Hey guys, so here we are again, as I promised, my little mini video review of Gran Turismo 6 on the PlayStation 3 game console. So I picked this game up about 2 days ago. Pretty much picked it up on launch date because I couldn't help myself. But yeah, I've managed to spend about 2 days going through the game so far, just going through, just get familiar with the control schemes, the UI and stuff like that, and I have to say there are a few pleasant innovations that were made to this game. So for the most part, I'm just going to let you enjoy a little bit of the opening cinematic for this game. Hopefully my voice isn't too loud because the sound is like really coming in really loud on the headphones that I have on. But this intro, again, like the last one, unique, just trying to display the creative team and ingenuity behind the creation of this game. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's not as long as the original, thank goodness, because I remember the original, well, not the original, but the last Gran Turismo 5, its opening cinematic before the actual theme song came on was actually really, really long. But luckily this one isn't as long. So it's just going to be just a little bit longer with this opening sequence before the actual main theme of the game begins. And the one thing that I'm going to say basically right now off the back is that unfortunately the main theme isn't the one that I think a lot of us who have been watching a lot of the preview videos the months leading into the release were hoping for. It's not that song, and the song that I'm referring to, which I think most of you are probably hoping it would be, was the song "Looking for You," done by Daiki Kasho. It's not that song, unfortunately. It's a different song, but it's still just as good. Wow. And a lot of these image sequences we've seen already in many of the preview videos that have come out leading up to its release. But this is it. So I'm going to let you listen to this for a bit. Yeah. So here we go, guys. This is the new main UI of Gran Turismo 6, and immediately what I have to tell you is that everything is located on this screen. If you recall from Gran Turismo 5, the opening sequence, was actually really long compared to this one. This one's a lot shorter, which is, thankfully it's pretty good. And the main theme song, again, is actually really good as well. Even though I was kind of originally, hoping that it was the other theme song, "Looking for You." But it's not that one actually, but the song is in this game, by the way. So here you have your online mode, which is going to be, online competition and your seasonal events. You have your arcade, single, and multiplayer mode here. This is now is your career mode, which I'm going to get into a little bit because it's actually something really unique that I really appreciate and like what they did right here. Then, of course, you have your dealerships. Now, the interesting about this now is you have the main dealerships, like I said, and off the back, immediately, you have this ginormous list of car manufacturers that are part of this game that you're going to be able to purchase cars from and eventually win cars from as well. But it's actually divided into 3 different regional places or regions, you know, across the globe. So you have your North American division of cars, so all American cars are here. Then you got your Asia Pacific cars, your Honda, your Mines, your Toyota, Suzuki, all your Asian cars are here, and then your European car manufacturers are in this third and last section. So I thought that was actually pretty cool. For example, Toyota, got here, again, nice selection of cars, including, of course, the specialty right here, of course, the initial D 86 car. There are some spaces that are left wide open, which will be available for new cars as they become available, and you'll probably be able to, I'll probably be able to get them through downloadable content stuff. I'm not sure if a lot of this downloadable content, you know, which ones are going to be free and which ones are going to be, you know, you're going to have to purchase. I'm almost positive that for new cars, you probably is going to have to purchase, you know, them as new downloadable content. Is this thing called Vision GT. And right here, basically, this is the concept cars that were designed for Gran Turismo 6. And so far, the only car that's made available as a concept car, as soon as right out of the package, was the Mercedes-Benz car. So there's a bit of a, you can select the colors, view the gallery of the car. It's a really nice concept car of a new Mercedes-Benz vehicle. Let's see if it goes into anything else. The other thing here now is this recommended car section, which I find a little bit interesting, and I don't fully understand it yet, but I'm assuming that basically it actually recommends cars that would be suitable depending on which class you're competing in. Like if you're a National B class, it'll recommend cars that would be suitable to compete with in those divisions, which I thought was actually pretty cool. And it kind of like, again, saves you the money and time of trying to, you know, spend money on cars that you may eventually not find suitable, you know, for certain race divisions. Then of course you got your tuning and maintenance. Same thing, just the layouts are a little bit changed. You got your tuning parts divided into 3 areas: the tire, suspension, drivetrain, power, body. So everything is there. I mean, if you guys who have been with the Gran Turismo series all this time, you know all this stuff is very familiar. So everything is there, you know, racing suspension. Maybe in a couple of areas they may have added another category to a particular type of setting. So right here you have racing suspension, soft and hard, as well as rally suspension, which I believe is new and it was never in any of the previous versions. And of course, a fully customizable. You have brake kits in there as well. Same thing with drivetrain, power, you know, power and body. It's all there. Of course, you have your racing gear now. You can actually purchase, you know, either individual helmets or racing suits, or go after the special outfits. So a lot of outfits that were based on actual real racers, racing gear. So that's actually pretty cool. What have we got? Paints, custom parts, pit service now is basically where you get to change the oil, wash a car and stuff like that. Special events, it's not. I believe it's not the same thing as the special events category that we saw in Gran Turismo 5, because everything is pretty much tailored towards the Goodwood racetrack, which is the uphill racetrack, which is the only point-to-point racetrack in the entire game so far. I'm hoping that there are other point-to-point courses made available later on, but so far this is the only one. So the special events, like I said, they're only in this one course, and I haven't really gone through any of these yet, so I don't really know what specifics there are in terms of what you have to compete in and what the objectives are for these special events races. Photo, same thing as the previous versions of the game. What do we got? Okay, so now going to the career mode. This I found to be the most intuitive and gamer-friendly career mode that GT has ever had since I started playing GT way back during Gran Turismo 2. That's weird. I don't know why my audio is doing that. It just keeps going off. But anyway, just to give you a quick look, the way this works now is that the career mode has been tied together with your licensing acquisition tests. So the way this works is that it goes by a start point system, and in order to be able to go into and apply for the licensing exams, you need to have a certain number of start points in order to be able to do the license test and eventually complete the license test so you can get the license for that particular section. So this is the way it works basically, and in each individual license mode, that's where you have your traditional racing categories that you always found in career mode. You have the Sunday Cup, Amateur Cup, Novice, Championship, and basically each one tells you how many stars you're competing for. And if they say, for instance, the Sunday Cup, when you go in here, there's a total of about 2 races, 3 stars per race. So you compete in these, you gain the stars, finish that category, and then do the same thing for the Amateur Cup and the Novice Championship. And once you pretty much completed all that, you pretty much have the amount of recommended stars in order to be able to go into the final test for the Novice, which is the National B license exam. And you go in here and you do the licensing test, and this is pretty much the same thing as it's always been since since the beginnings of Gran Turismo. Is that you have this extra option called the coffee break challenge, which I think is kind of nice. Basically, what it is to kind of step away from the hardships and the major concentration that you put yourself through of doing the career mode challenges as well as the licensing challenges. Is that you have this little break mode where you go in here. And the purpose of these is, at least for this one, for the Novice, is you try to knock down a certain number of cones. And I actually like, these screens going into, the individual races. I find it to be pretty clever, pretty cool. So this is basically one of the coffee break challenges, and it's the cones. So like, target time in 21 seconds, try to knock down 300 cones. And it gives you a particular car to race with, which is the Mazda Miata. And I'm horrible at this. I tried it several times and I can't get it, but just to give you an idea what it looks like. So try to knock down as many cones in the amount of time that you have. Oh man, I'm gonna be bad at this, guys. Yep, I'm gonna be horrible at this. You're probably hearing my soundtrack playing in the background because I'm a huge Initial D fan. So a lot of you might recognize that theme song from Initial D. Yep. Not all the coffee break challenges are going to be of that particular objective. I'm sure there's going to be different types of objectives, for the different coffee break challenges, depending on which license you're trying to go after. So that's basically how it works. And I found this to be like, a very cool way of integrating both the career mode and the licensing tests together as one thing, and it's basically like a real progressive. It really feels like you're actually really progressing with a purpose and intent. Whereas just going back to Gran Turismo 4 and 5, the career mode was separate from the licensing tests, so you would do them kind of like on individual tiers, and it never really felt like, again, like licensing tests, you were doing it for an objective of trying to compete for certain type of race categories in the career mode, because the career mode basically, as soon as you finish like the Amateur Cup, you automatically moved into the the Pro Cup or whatever it was. So right here, like I said, I found it to be really nice that it actually integrated the career mode and the licensing modes together. Just to give you an idea of the course layouts that are available. So in arcade mode, same 3: single race, trial mode, and drift trial. We've known this since Gran Turismo 4 and 5. These are the new things. They're still here. Let's just go into trial mode just to give you. It's divided into 4 areas, of course: world circuits, original courses, city courses, and dirt and snow. So world circuits, what do we have? You have the Brands Hatch Indy Circuit and the Goodwood Hill Climb. The Mount Panorama is amazing. I love that course so far right now. Let's see. The Ascari Full Track, Indianapolis race course. Guys, Gran Turismo 6 just basically only has so far, right out of the box, only a handful of new courses available. All the remaining courses are things that we've seen from previous Gran Turismo games, like the the Suzuka circuit, wet and regular. That's still here. The Circuit de Spa, Francorchamps is here. The Circuit de Sarthe, of course. The Nürburgring. Now this is the interesting thing that I was talking about, with the cars, is that each one of these categories, there are still spots left available, which I believe are going to be for new content. So I believe that within the coming months, there's going to be new tracks available for Gran Turismo 6, and I'm hoping that there'll be more new original courses, race courses that'll be made available, and they're not just, again, different layouts of already existing course layouts. So hopefully there'll be new courses, and I'm hoping that there'll be more stuff related to like an actual toge. I mean, again, guys, the reason why I like Gran Turismo 6 is because of Initial D, and again, just because I like racing games too that are really close to being actual race simulators. So I enjoyed that, but I would like to have something again resembling like mountain courses. The kart races is still here. The Matterhorn Rotterdam tracks, both of these are amazing. They're really cool. Again, for the Initial D fan in me, these are pretty good. What do we got? Trial Mountain, Deep Forest Raceway, Cape Ring, High Speed Ring, Eiger Norwand is still here. Spatial Stage Route 10 is a new course. City courses, everything is the same from Gran Turismo 5. Same courses. But we have 4 open spots for new courses. And dirt and snow courses, same thing. Same courses that we've seen before in Gran Turismo 5. But we have at least, I believe, 8 open spots for new courses. The online doesn't become available until after you finish up the National A licensing exam. So right now I'm in National B. I'm trying to get through the National B, and to do the license exam, and then I can move into National A. Garage. So right here I have this particular car is what I'm using right now, and since I have the 15th anniversary edition of Gran Turismo 6, that actually came with a code that automatically gave me the 15th anniversary edition of 20 cars. So I already have 20 cars available to me right now. Either 20 or 25. I think it's 20. The gallery, of course, is basically where you're going to find everything more or less that you save, whether it be replay times or images that you take during the photography mode. You'll find them right here. Replay mode, photo library, your music library is here, as well as your music library. The only thing in the movies library, I should say, is basically the Gran Turismo 6 opening, but I'm certain that there are going to be other opening movies that are going to be made available as, the B specs or C specs of this game, keep coming out. So we'll have other things. So music library, yep. Bossa Nova, dance, electric, jazz, lounge music, rock music. I'm surprised at how many Daikikasho songs there are this time around. It's the most, and a lot of it, again, coming from past games. Gran Turismo 5, Soul on Display, Alive is a new theme, All My Life is a new theme for this game. Day to Live, Edge of the World, the 2012 GTA Asia Championship mix is fantastic. I love that version, as well as the original. And Looking for You, the song is here, guys. It's here. That truly is it, guys. That is a quick look at Gran Turismo 6 for the PS3. I hope you liked this. You guys enjoyed it. I'm probably gonna go and do a couple of updates every once in a while just to show you guys how much I've progressed in the game. So be on the lookout for that stuff, guys. And like I said, I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel, guys, to see what else I come up with, for later games, dealing with Gran Turismo 6 and any other games that I might get along the way. And like the video, guys. Leave me comments on what you think. Tell me what you think about Gran Turismo 5, what I'm doing so far, and I'll catch you guys later. All right.